It's a beautiful morning. Yeah. The morning episode of Partially Biased. We make it work when we can, how we can. And golly, I am not a morning person.
Borson.
Poison. Good morning, fellas. Morning, Partially Biased. Morning, our beautiful listeners. What's up?
Good morning. I'm
Morning, boys.
ready to
What's so
talk
good
about.
about it, Aaron? Huh?
Oh, dude, I got a
What?
workout in 5:30 to 6:50, something like that, dude. I
Oh,
was
Lord.
getting a massive pump. Just trying to make these 18 inches instead of 16. I'm trying to get big there. Trying to get
Yeah,
big
we're
for.
actually measuring the biceps these days. That's wild.
No, I've been on the Sam Sulek side of TikTok, and dude, it's just like he talks about fuck all, dude. He talks about everything, and it's just like, yeah, if you want to grow your like biceps from like 18 to 22, you're not gonna pay attention to like the small things. You're just gonna keep repping, hit those heavy biceps, and I'm like,
Yeah.
God, he's so fucking right, dude.
Oh, right. Just, overload.
Exactly, dude. Progressive overload, and that's what 2024 is gonna be all about. Morning overload.
Yeah. Oh, Holden, what's up, dude? How's it going? Holden. Holden. All right, whatever. He'll come in eventually. Whatever. Good morning, everyone. Aaron, let's get right into it. Last
Yes,
week's
sir.
games. We're in our last week of football for this season.
I'm here, boys. I'm here.
I'm so
There he
sad.
is,
It's
with
the
the
last
camera.
year of football.
It
Last
is.
week. Regular
Yeah.
season.
It's
What
been a
stood
long
out?
journey.
I know. Who would have thought? There's been twists, turns, ups and downs, joyous moments, somber moments, and everything in between. But for week 16, 17? 17. What
18.
stuck? Yeah, but we're
Oh,
doing
17.
recap.
Oh.
What was your first time on the pod, Holden?
Thanks
Huh?
for joining us, dude.
Dude, sorry, I had to take care of my chickens, dude.
He does have chickens. I will say last week, honestly, I gotta talk about my boys, dude. I gotta
Yes,
talk about
sir.
the Pittsburgh Steelers getting on the ground and pound, and Mason Rudolph just taking care of the football, dude. This is what we wanted to see. Dropping 30 points for the second straight week. Give me
Yeah.
that every single day, injected into my veins. That's what I've been
User.
looking for.
Yar.
And one of the things that stuck out to me this season, since it's the last week of the season,
Yeah, dude.
another non-losing season from Mike Tomlin.
Who would have seen that coming? Who
I
could
know.
have ever
Death,
thought?
taxes, and no losing seasons from Mike Tomlin.
Golly, dude,
Most
that must be
consistent
so
thing in
nice.
the NFL. Yeah,
Set your watch to it. That man knows ball. 5,
Yeah.
sure.
yeah. But yeah, that's what stuck out to me. I'm loving what I'm seeing, so I'm excited for this week.
Dude, nice. Holden, you got any stickouts?
The Eagles' downfall, dude.
What
It's
is
scary.
going on with them? It is so
It's
weird.
Eagles' downfall and Ravens just continuing to blow out teams that are good. It's crazy. I mean, like we were talking about the Eagles at 10-1.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts MVP. Few games, and now it's just like they're in the playoffs, but there's a very slim chance they win the division at this point, which is kind of crazy. And I think at one point when they were 10-1, they were like minus 500 to win that division.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how a few weeks in the NFL can flip. And then on the other side, you look at the Ravens, and they continue to beat teams that are
Mhm.
just double-digit, just beat downs, and against playoff contending teams. They've done it 2
Yeah.
weeks in a row. Really, I think 3 weeks in a row. I think they beat the Jags. I think they beat 49ers, and then I think they beat the Miami Dolphins. So
You think they beat? They dropped 56 on them. Like, good lord.
no, I think they beat the Jags. Is what I was saying. Like I can't
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
who they all beat, but I mean, like they beat some good teams, and
Yeah.
Lamar's gonna win the MVP. So I'm gonna catch a ticket, boys.
I think it's a pretty done deal unless something happens in the
Nah.
playoffs, maybe.
I think it's a lock. Like,
I think it's a lot.
personally, like the way he played, the way the Ravens played against Miami, who quote unquote is a good team, quote unquote probably gonna be a playoff team, whether it's division winner or wild card. So no, beautifully said, Holden. I guess just really quick, what do you think is this downfall of Philly because I remember us early in the year. I remember I was really big on them. I'm like, get them right back in the Super Bowl. Maybe the only team that really touches them in the NFC is the 49ers, who are a very good football team. But it's just like, is it injuries? Is it people figuring out their scheme? What do you think it is?
I mean, they are getting a little banged up, which is definitely, but I talked to our insider Joel, and he was telling me it's just the
Shout out
play
Joel.
calling is just so, from what he sees, it's just like the play calling just doesn't make sense to him.
Mm,
And
Yeah,
then
the
you see
coaching.
AJ Brown gets frustrated, and people call him the diva receiver, whatever. I know he came there to win and blah blah blah, but it's just like when he's starting to get frustrated, it's starting to kind of divide that locker room up.
oh
And
yeah,
when you've got all that, I get all these guys are passionate, but when you get these guys all divided, I mean, it doesn't make for a good recipe. You need to be on the same page. There's going to be some frustrations.
Yeah.
Brothers are going to fight, but
yeah.
it almost needs to happen behind closed doors because when it's happening out in the open like this, media is just going to rail you. And it's
Oh,
like
without
it's
a doubt.
okay if it's okay if Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown get into a huge scuffle, like screaming at each other in a locker room, but not on the sidelines. And now everyone's like, this team's done. So
Yeah.
Wild, wild stuff. Who would have
it's
seen it?
crazy.
City of Brotherly Love. Those guys.
Mm,
They would
unbelievable,
never. They would never.
unbelievable.
I guess I'm gonna go my game of the week recap. I really want to go Bills here. I want to be partially biased, you know. Got a little revenge against our division rival. We should have won by more. I mean, defense, we got a ton of turnovers. Just settled for a lot of field goals and I mean, we got the job done. It felt at the end like, oh, just close it out, which was nice. It was nice to close out with a season home victory.
Hmm.
Being non-biased. Yeah, I'm gonna say Ravens upsetting, not upsetting, but just absolutely curb stomping the Dolphins. They took him out back and little I don't know what the
Hmm.
Dolphins mascot is, but he's on a farm upstate now. Like
Flipper.
yeah, Flipper dude, he's
uh,
done. Like
yeah.
that sucks. That was I was floored. When you had Patrick Ricard scoring a tutter, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, they're really just having fun now. Everything is working. And I
Yeah.
think the Ravens probably have the most slept on, oddly enough, linebacking core in the league.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
I
I feel
mean,
like
Yeah.
people aren't talking about they're good. Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, but I feel not enough people are talking about them. And I think that's where it
Very
kind of all
good.
starts for this defense. And then Kyle Hamilton being a stud at safety, like second year player.
I will say from an AFC North perspective, that's all people can talk about is yeah, the linebacking core. Roquan
Hmm.
Smith being arguably like one of the best right now in the game, and he's
Uh-huh.
learning from Ray Lewis off the field.
Wild. What a wild
Yeah.
racehorse.
And then Hamilton's kind of blown up a little bit this year. Like
Yeah.
last season as a rookie, he
Hmm.
was rough, but now
Real growing pains.
he's honed in. The defensive coordinators getting him in the right spot to make plays.
Dude, it's phenomenal because I remember all of us were kind of like, it's tough to bet against Harbaugh. It's kind of like Tomlin, where it's a guy like a lot of success, finds a way to get the playoffs. Like I think he has one or two losing seasons, but if so, by a game or two.
Yeah, and it's
And it's
usually
just
because of
like,
injuries.
yeah, and it's just like, okay, well, is this going to be the same defense? I'm looking at the roster, like, what? Did Jadeveon Clowney is there still tread on those tires? There weren't like big names popping off like in the past 5 years, and it
Yeah,
seems like it doesn't matter. Just welcome to the new order of things.
yeah.
But enough about last week. Let's get into this week. Um, Aaron, Monday night, Saturday night special, dude. It's your game of the week. It's rivalry week. A lot on the line here.
Hold on one sec. Gotta say bye to the wife.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I'll take this one. I'll take this one.
All right,
okay.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yep.
I'm back. All right. So guys,
Hmm.
guess what? The Ravens locked up the first seed. They don't need this game. What?
Yeah.
And you know who's not starting? The MVP runner, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
And you know who's playing like an MVP caliber quarterback right
Don't you
now?
dare say it.
Mason Money Maserati Rudolph,
Mason
bro.
Maserati Rudolph.
Dude,
That's kind of tough, actually.
he's taking care of the football. He's
Hmm.
getting it to Pickens, which is what he's wanted all season. And Najee and Warren just banging up the field. Some tough running football. They both
Bang!
were on angry runs today. Shout out
Ah.
Kyle Brandt and Good Morning Football. Yeah, I can't say enough about this team. And I don't know who the defensive starters are for Baltimore. I assume
Mhm.
it's probably not going to be missing too many pieces. But back on the feet. Don't shut up. Yeah, dude. Like, look, I don't know if this is a throwaway game for the Ravens because obviously we're rivals. They probably want to keep us out of the playoffs. But even if the Steelers lose, there is a scenario where we can get in,
This is true.
and that is Las Vegas losing,
Okay.
so the Broncos winning, and the Jags losing.
Okay.
So that totally takes the Bills out of the conversation, Sean. You're safe. You're safe.
Good.
Also, the Colts and Texans have to not tie. So somebody's got to win that game, which is already kind of a playoff contender anyways.
Yep.
But if Pitt does win, we would need Buffalo to lose to Miami.
No.
Or, hear me out, best case scenario, the Jags lose to the Titans. Then we both win.
That would be
Or at
lit,
least-
but it's seeming unlikely.
It takes a little pressure off of you, you know. And Vrabel, after the game, after last week's game, after getting his ass kicked by the Houston Texans, he's mean, he's angry, he's ready, and I think there might be something left in the can there. So, from me, Ravens aren't starting the starters. This is a throwaway game for them. Pick the Steelers. They're favored, minus 3.5.
They're
Crazy to
favored.
me. Crazy to me. So, pick Pittsburgh.
It's bag. Holden, what do you make of this situation?
I think that this whole week slate of games is going to be extremely tough to pick in general because
Yeah.
you have so many quarterbacks out, so many starters resting. It's a really tough week to just pick in general. I'm not doing this to burst Aaron's bubble. I just think this Ravens team is so good, and I think the backup came in and threw one pass, and I just think this team is so loaded, even on their second and third tier players.
Mm-hmm.
It's a division game. I still feel like even without all these starters, Huntley's going to come in and play. He's gotten reps. He's gotten starter reps. He came in last week. I just think somehow the Ravens are going to find a way to win this game, and it's going to be a chippy AFC North battle. I know Pittsburgh's been playing well, but they already got their winning season, so you kind of got that out of the way.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, I think there's just so much winning momentum right now with this whole team as a whole. You're going to have the starters on the sidelines just juicing up all the second tiers, and they're just going to be flying and having a good time. I think this team is just winning too much right now. It's like I'd be scared of them even in the second tier. So I'm picking the Ravens. Sorry, Aaron.
That's all
You
right.
guys can still make the playoffs.
That's true.
I think Huntley's still a very good quarterback, and he's still got the same. He's learning from an MVP right now. So
I will say the last time he was required to win a playoff game, he fumbled on the 1 yard line. So
who's that?
Huntley.
Well, you know
Against
what?
Cincinnati.
Sometimes you got to make mistakes and learn from them, and maybe this is an opportunity to learn from that mistake.
Well,
Everybody
hopefully we
makes
can make more
mistakes.
mistakes.
Everybody has those days,
anyways,
you know what I'm
yeah.
Yeah. Aaron, you know I love you.
Mhm.
You know, I got a soft spot in my heart for those Steelers. Blue collar town, blue collar team,
Just hit me with it.
loyal
me.
fans. A lot of similarities between
Just do
Pittsburgh
it.
and Buffalo.
Pull the plug.
That being said, this is where the rubber meets the road, brother. We're at the end of the line, and something's got to give. And at the end of there's three monkeys, and they're looking at Noah's Ark. And brother, it's starting to rain.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So I need Pittsburgh to lose because they're the first game, and like just the relief it would give me to know, we at least have a wild card. We at least have a wild card. Let's just survive in advance. Would prefer to win the division. I will be a nervous wreck all day until the Miami game starts, and
I
even
know
then-
you will.
Is your playoff situation like if the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Jaguars lose, like either one of them you're in, or
if both of them win, we are out.
okay, and then if one of them lose but you win, you're in.
If we win, no matter what, we're in. If we win,
Okay.
we get the division no matter what. If by some ungodly reason we don't beat this banged up Miami team
Right.
on the road, granted, but it's Miami in the wintertime, so a little better than last season. If we lose to them, then we need one of y'all to lose. Straight up.
Okay.
I think there's like a few other like smaller scenarios, but very unlikely. But it's just like
You need
To
either
me-
the Jags or the Steelers to lose. One of
Yes.
those two.
if
Okay.
both
Yeah.
win, No
You're out.
bueno.
toast.
No bueno for Buffalo.
And
Not
that's
good.
even if you win.
No, if we
No,
win,
if
no
they
matter
win,
what,
they're in.
division. If we
Okay.
win
But
division,
So if all 3 teams win, technically you're in.
yes.
absolutely.
If everybody
Okay.
wins, everyone's happy. But
Okay.
I get nervous this late in the year. You want assurances. You want to just the last 2 weeks have not been I mean, defense was good, but Bills. This isn't my game to talk
So
about.
wait.
But like,
if the Steelers lose and the Jags lose, you guys are in the playoffs
yes.
regardless.
Yeah, we're
Without
wild
a
card.
win.
So then your wild card. Then that game is just for. That
Then
turns
it's
into
just-
one of those Chargers Raiders games where they both make it into the playoffs kind of a
Right.
deal, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like weird at the. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, like
All right,
Miami
this
would
is
make it as well, regardless. I think.
Okay.
Right.
so this
they're
is
already
the-
in. Miami's already in.
But
This
they
is
would
the
be a
difference
wild card,
between,
and we would win the division, which
Correct.
8 weeks ago no one really saw. We thought that was like just dead. to
Yeah.
rights.
No. That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
So that being said, yeah, I need Pittsburgh to lose just to. We need assurances. If they win and we win, hey, that's great. But for the but just to reiterate what Holden said, I'm kind of on the same wavelength. A lot of experience on Tyler Huntley. This Baltimore team is just an absolute bulldozer right now, playing total bully ball, run it down your throat, like tough defense. And they're playing in Baltimore. I think if it was in Pittsburgh, I'd feel a little differently. I know y'all stole one early in the year from them. I think they haven't quite forgotten that. So I'll be picking Baltimore.
It's not my fault
true.
they dropped
I
8
forgot about
passes, dude.
I
I think
forgot
I'm just
about
going
that,
to take
too.
them I'm going to take +4. All odds sponsored by DraftKings, for me at least.
Oh.
So, so I'll take the +4 there. But keeping it rolling. Aaron, you already preluded to this game. It is a playoff atmosphere, I feel like, between these two teams. Who's going to win the damn AFC South? AFC South, NFC South really coming to this wire here. Houston Texans going to Indianapolis. Holden, what do you make of this game?
I don't know. This is really tough.
Right?
I mean, it's a really tough game. Yeah. A part of me wants to take the. I don't know. I almost feel like I have to just ride the home team right here. I like this Texans. I like CJ Stroud a lot, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw that clip with Max Crosby last week calling
little
Gardner
boy.
Minshew
Little boy.
like, little boy or little
boy.
punk, yeah, whatever he's calling him. He just, I don't know. I was listening to him on the sidelines, and I think a lot of people get rattled from that. But this dude just kept, they ended up winning that game. He just stayed in the pocket, kept doing his thing. I don't know. I like me some Gardner Minshew at home. They've been playing well. There's really not much to say on it other than I just like the home team here. It's just kind of like a little home lean, but it's a division game. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be a field goal type game.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'll take the Colts.
Nice. Aaron?
I'm going with CJ Stroud and the Texans, man. They're on a roll. They put the Titans to bed last week, and I mean really just hammered them down. And I think the Houston Texans are going to show why exactly they chose Stroud in the first round and really deliver it to the rest of the AFC South here. The Colts have played well. They played scrappy, albeit better than what we predicted. But I think it's the Texans here.
Yeah, I'm very torn. Like Holden said, it's really tough because at Indy at home. That's why I picked them last week, and it worked out. Like home team, this is a playoff game because I think there maybe are. I don't know if there's any wild card possibilities left for these two teams. If so, they are slim. But this is essentially for the division. I think they have a leg up on Jacksonville. Shout out Duval. But yeah, Indy won the first matchup on the road, so I'm going to go ahead and say Houston somehow gets away done with rookie phenom CJ Stroud. And if I lose this, I'm not totally surprised. I'm staying away from it for now. But it's the last week of football. I just want to send it.
I know that's the problem. It's like you want to try to bet as much as you can on the last regular season, but it's just these are such tough games to bet on.
It's
They're
just
so
something's
tough.
not there, dude. It's so
Yeah.
tough. Speaking of the AFC South, Jacksonville Jaguars are traveling to Nash Vegas
Hold on, I'm going mobile
to play the Tennessee Titans. And whoa,
I gotta leave.
whoa! This is gonna be interesting to edit. Whoa! Holy frioli, Batman.
Are
Yeah,
we good?
yeah, we're good. Sounds great.
That's sick.
Jacksonville, Tennessee, Aaron. Who you got in this game? Duval gonna just ride off into the playoff sunset?
Mm, I mean, they probably will. And
Yeah.
for the sake of my picks, which I am actually kind of catching up to Holden a little bit,
Nice.
um, I will safely go with the Texans here for my picks. But for the playoffs, dude, I need the Titans to really get their shit together
Facts.
and really deliver the final kiss to this Jacksonville team. Look, I love me some Jacksonville. God, this lighting is awful.
It's all good.
But
This is a
I,
podcast,
I
dude.
really,
People aren't
really
watching.
need,
They're
really
listening.
need the Jacksonville Jaguars to die. So that's my take.
Nice. All right, Holden, who are you picking to here?
Jacksonville's going to win this division. Jacksonville's going to win this division. I think this is their. I think this time. I'm shocked that they're even in this spot. I think we both. I think all of us. I think the entire world was pretty much looking at this division, and so this team's going to win a lot of games because of how bad the division is. Well, obviously the other teams in the division were a little bit better than we expected. The fact that they're in this position is crazy to me, but all they need to do is win, and they're in. Trevor Lawrence is getting a little bit healthy. ETN had a good week last week. I think he's getting right on track. This is Dougie P in a playoff situation. He's been there, done that.
True.
I know Vrabel's going to coach his butt off. He's pissed last week in his press conference. Tired of effing losing. But I got Jacksonville winning this division. I think we all do. Jacksonville's got to win. I mean, Jacksonville's got to win this team. I think this team's better than their record by a little bit. Jacksonville's going to win.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's weird that, when I checked last night that Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine, still listed as questionable. I know he was trying to play. Dougie P said that he's feeling better. I know they can win without him. Mm-hmm. But it's just part of me wants to see Will Levis, chip on his shoulder, just be like, frick it, let's ride off. Let me show you I'm the guy. We don't need to do this quarterback competition next year. I'm your man. And assuming Vrabel. Yeah, it's still the head coach next year. Yeah, that was a tough one, dude. On work, I could not yesterday I had to do a recording track. I could not say Nicaragua to save my life. It was horrible. I did not know Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Yes, was so bad. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it's got to be Duval here. Although part of me feels like when we had those great Tennessee years, Jacksonville played spoiler, and it may be time for Tennessee to kind of flip that script and they play spoiler this time. So I would love to see that, because in that way, me and Aaron ain't got a beef someday. So with that being said, for my picks record, I'm gonna go Duval. Also, Jackson DeVille, kind of like one of the top tier mascots in the NFL. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Dude,
that speedo is
you fella. Yeah. He's always doing crazy stunts. I don't know how he's doing that. It's like, don't jump, Jackson.
Don't do
it. Oh, no, it's just a trick. Let's finally get some NFC games in here. Minnesota traveling to the Motor City, Detroit Lions. Detroit favorite -3.5 here. Holden. This got to be an easy bet here. Lions, right? Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't know who's playing and who's not. I haven't heard anything on the Lions side. If anybody's sitting or rest, right? I feel like there is some seating stuff with the Lions still. But I don't know if that seating stuff matters maintain a ton. Yeah, I don't know if that stuff matters a ton, because I think it's either Eagles or, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's either Eagles or Cowboys get the number 2 seed. I don't know. I actually don't know how the seeding works, but I feel like
they do strength of schedule now, right? So if the Cowboys, or strength of win, so the Cowboys beat the Lions, right? I feel like they get the tiebreak in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this game. I'm just going to go the Lions, just because I think the Lions are just I don't know. I'm just picking the Lions. I'm just picking the Lions. I don't even know who the backup is for the Lions, but if the backup's playing, if they're starting that other kid that they started last week from BYU, I didn't really like what I saw out of him. So
horrible. What are they doing?
Very, very bad. Very bad.
Are Minnesota and their GM, the head coach and the GM, not on the same page? Why did they get Josh Dobbs? I thought that was going to be the dude to just ride the season out. Yeah, and it's just nope, this isn't working. all right, like get this kid who hasn't even started a game, not even a high draft pick. Like let's just, see what he's got. Like we're evaluating talent. And it was weird to see Kirk lead the charge or whatever, or blow the skull horn when I'm like, he's out after this year, right? Like I don't think they're re-signing him.
They might try to re-sign him. They might try to get him and Kirk's one of those guys that wants like a small guaranteed deal, right? A 1 or 2 year contract with, 30
Isn't his
plus
contract
mil
right now
guaranteed.
fully guaranteed?
Not fully, but a good portion.
He's a greedy little punk. So.
Greedy bastard.
But
getting back to Washington.
No, I don't want him, dude.
It'd be a great fit.
Yeah,
Great
so we can go
mentor.
9. So we can go like 9-8 and like barely miss the playoffs. I mean, that's not. I don't want that, dude.
Dude, with this receiving core, come on, bro.
What receiving core, dude?
Oh, don't you say that about Scary
Curtis
Terry.
Samuel, Scary Terry, dude.
I mean, Curtis
Curtis
Samuel's
Jahan?
done.
Curtis Samuel, Curtis Samuel's gone after this year. Jahan Dotson had the sophomore slump, and then Terry's still Terry, but
Didn't you draft Jahan this year?
last year.
Last year.
Last year. Shows up my old job when he got drafted. But all right, Aaron, who are you picking? Vikings, Lions.
I'm taking the Lions, dude. The Vikings showed no poise at all at quarterback or offensive line against the Green Bay Packers. I know it's hard to play in Lambeau. I don't even actually think they played in Lambeau.
No, they played in Minneapolis.
Yeah, so I mean, home isn't even safe for you guys. Give me the Lions.
Dude, I was making a trip pick here. I'm on the Lions. It's just easy. Lions at home. I think they're gonna come out pissed off after how that Detroit game ended. Holy shit! Like Lee got that one wrong, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
okay.
So if it was a trick play and Dan Campbell kind of half-assed explaining it to the refs, then that's on them. But if you look at the video, Decker did report, or at least came up to Brad, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And literally was in his face, but Brad gave a nod to 70 as 70 was running up from 15 yards away. So it's I put that on the ref. If Decker was literally in your face with Penei Sewell telling you that both of them are reporting, because you need 2 tight ends technically for that set.
Mm-hmm.
He reported right in front of you. How are you going to walk up to the defense and say, "Hey, 70 is reporting"?
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
If 70 has been reporting all game, I get that might be a mental error, but you're paid $600,000 a year for this for a part-time job, dude. Get it right. Come on.
It just sucks. It just sucks because why does and I love how Dan Campbell doubled down, almost forget it, from 7 yards, we're going, brother.
Yeah, that part I kind of wish that he just kicked it, just because it's it would have been. I mean, at that point, it's just the odds.
It kind of is his fault.
You can blame. It should have been right the first time, but realistically, Dan Campbell could have sent it into OT and just tried to win it in OT. But I just am dude, just the odds of you making it from that far away is just.
It's tough. It's wait, we don't have to.
He's aggressive, though. He's aggressive. And I like that. And there are parts of that's going to teach this team in certain moments to say, hey, you're teaching your team that you need to do this. So he's going to run into situations like that in the playoffs. So part of me likes it, but I really wish they had won that game. That would have been nice.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
will say one more thing. That referee crew has messed up more than one call, by the way. And Holden and I were talking about it a couple days ago at lunch. And apparently this reffing crew has been kind of colluding with the sports books a little bit. And I know we don't like to jump into conspiracy theories here, but Holden was telling me the best outcome for the books was for the Cowboys to win, but the Lions to cover. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It happens a lot on primetime games for some reason. You can see where the money is and you can see what the books need the best outcome. And when that stuff happens, it's just so bizarre to me. And it's just
a little fishy.
Everybody wants to bet on the national televised games because everybody's watching them, and so it just is how does this stuff always somehow happen?
Right,
how does it work out in their favor?
When there's a trend, there's usually, when there's smoke, there's fire. So I don't know.
You think? All I know is I'm happy for Detroit to be NFC North champions for the first time in many people's lifetimes, and I'm taking the -3.5 this weekend. turning it back over to the AFC North in particular. Cleveland Browns playing in Cincinnati, the Battle of Ohio. Who wants to win our newest, greatest lake? We're flooding the state. It's gonna happen. Make that happen.
Yes.
Browns obviously resting starters, locked up a spot, but not the division. So, yeah, it's just all Cincy here, Aaron.
Ah, I guess it's kind of a coin flip. Like if they keep the defensive starters out there, I don't really see Cincy doing anything
Yeah.
in like significant. And the Cincinnati defense has actually been kind of porous. So
Yeah.
I'm probably still gonna go roll with the Browns here, even though they're resting their starters.
Okay.
Just
Nice.
I think Jake Browns isn't that great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, hot take.
I think if I'm not mistaken, Browns are Browns resting guys? Did you just say that?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think they're resting Flacco and everything. It's just like they've reached their peak, like for playoff
Yeah.
season purposes.
Dude, I have no clue. I mean,
I think Bengals need it. I think Bengals
are toast. No,
Are they toast? Are they toasty?
yeah, they're eliminated. They're eliminated.
Oh, sure.
They're
Okay, I
one
didn't
in
know
they're
that.
1-5 in the division, dude. They're awful.
Yeah, but
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna pick the Bengals.
nice. Okay. Wow, dude. Real original.
That's where the money is.
Dan, you'd be right. Bengals are eliminated. That is weird.
Can y'all
Okay,
hear me?
cool. I should have known that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Why is my
Um,
Bluetooth not working?
I don't know. That's weird. Yeah,
There
play
we
with
go.
them
Bluetooth's
settings.
working now.
Nice.
There we go. Bluetooth's working.
All right.
Bluetooth's working. We're good.
I'm gonna take
Yeah,
the Browns
I'll take the
here.
Bengals.
I don't know why. I'm going to take Bengals to win, but Browns to cover. Just plus 7 seems like a large number. This Bengals team hasn't been playing the best, and I think this Browns team defensively still has a ton of talent, and they'll be able to just find a way to run the ball or whatever. So that's where I am on that. NFC again, battle for the NFC South. Who's gonna win it? Who wants it? Buccaneers traveling up the coast to Carolina to play the Panthers. Bucks favorite -4.5. Holding does Carolina stand a chance to end this bad season on a positive note?
Man, dude, this sucks because I had the Saints winning the division, and I think
Yeah.
the only way the Saints can actually win this division
Mm-hmm.
is if Carolina
Yeah,
beats the Bucks, and obviously the Saints beat the Falcons. So part of me really wants to pick that, but I don't see the Panthers finding away from this one. I mean, I think Mike Evans has been in this spot. This team still has leftover pieces from not too long ago. They know what position they're in. Baker's played in big games before. Bryce Young looks freaking lost right now.
Feel bad.
Unfortunately, I think that pick's going to lose. I know it stinks when you're kind of brought into a bad situation. Then your owner getting fined $300K for throwing.
That was
come on, dude.
Did you see the apology? That was not an apology.
Dude,
No.
that dude. I'm sorry. I don't care how much money you got, dude. You can't disrespect people like that. Like, I think they should have fined him like, what's he worth? $20 billion. They should have fined him like way more money than $300K, dude. But
Dude, I think like a cool mill or
just-
something, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
no,
like,
I would have.
3 or 4 million.
I would have said like 500 mil. Yeah, I would have said like, no,
you
dude,
can't
we're
do
coming
that.
after
That's
your network,
ridiculous.
dude, because that's
Well, can't the guy?
Well, if you're worth
sue
so
for,
much,
like,
dude,
assault, like a little bit, like
Whoa, but that's not liquid.
dude. Yeah,
okay?
he got a black eye from the ice, dude. That's what he said.
Nuh-uh. Dude.
oh my god.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
dude. His whole eye was swollen because of the ice that he threw, bro.
I'm gonna need to see pics.
Bro, there's probably some nice Photoshop ones out there.
Oh my gosh.
No, I just think unfortunately the Bucks are going to win this game, even though I don't really want it. I'd be okay with the Panthers winning and the Saints winning this division, but looking at it, Bucks are going to win. Bucks are going to win this division, and they're going to host a playoff game.
Dang, that's crazy. And the house that Tom built. Aaron, who you picking?
I got
Screw
the
that.
Bucks.
I'm going with the Panthers. Screw that. I'm going with the Panthers.
No way. He's throwing away his
come on.
record.
One last time.
One last time.
No, not if David Tepper's going to be throwing temper tantrums out there, dude. I don't know.
See what
I think,
you did there.
I know, knee slapper. I think Bryce Young's been kind of banged up a little bit. I think he took a big hit last week. Just put it to bed, guys. Just a hell of a season. You won 2 games, but let's just put the pillow over your face and go quietly into the night. Because you guys, I mean, like, sure you can play spoiler to the Tampa Bay Bucks, but if the New Orleans Saints lose, like, do the Atlanta Falcons get in over the Bucks? Like, this is such a juggle of a division.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's what would happen.
So, okay, so Tampa Bay is playing for something. Give me the Bucks. Give me Baker hosting probably the Eagles. And, we'll talk about that next week.
That'd be a good matchup. I mean, matchup from a
Tune
few
in
years
next
ago,
week.
granted. Tune in
On-
next week. Partially biased.
Bias.
The show with biased takes from biased fans, partially. Dude, nice, Holden. I knew you were going to do it. I knew it.
Yeah,
You like
Aaron set me up.
telepathy. That's
Dude,
how we do it
did you-
here. That's how we do it on TV,
Did you
dude.
see when we did it last week, Holden?
I don't think I've watched the complete episode last week. I think I'm like
just go to the
40
very,
minutes
very,
through it.
very end.
Just go to the end.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hilarious. I need to make that a social media clip, but it was just like, oh wait, we waited till the literal very end. Like, anyway, but
It's our show. We do what we want.
that's right.
Yeah,
We make the
Tampa
rules.
Bay.
All right, so y'all both on Tampa.
You're
Yeah.
All right,
no,
I'm on
no,
Tampa.
Holden's on Carolina.
Oh, that's
Holden's
right,
on
that's
No,
right.
I'm switching. I'm switching back to.
Switch.
Guys.
Yeah,
No, you're
switching
not,
back to the Bucks.
dude.
Yeah, I am. That's it. I'm switching back to. Aaron convinced me.
Oh, okay.
Damn, dude, he is a convincing fella, dude. That's for sure. You just can't say no to that beard. It's just too nice. It's lush. He oils it.
You won't shave a mustache.
God,
No,
dude,
the
I
wife
wish I
killed
could
me.
grow a mustache. Not even
You
like to
won't.
have it, but just know that I could. Like, like
Right.
You
Yeah,
you've
sure.
done it before. I've seen it.
yeah, but it's
See?
bad.
No, it's not bad, dude.
Dude,
I
Don't
think
let
we all-
Morgan's words
stop, dude.
discourage
I think we
you,
all
right?
need to do it. I think we all need to just grow stashes. How about this? If the Bills make the playoffs, we start the playoff stash,
Dash?
That's
Ooh.
tough.
and you just let it go until
Sounds like nah.
Dude, it gets wiry. It starts to curl into my mouth so quick. It's just
just
You
kind
gotta
of just
trim
trim
it.
up the sides right there. Yeah, trim up the sides on the,
It's called maintaining.
that. I just have bad facial hair, so
Just
but it is what it is. We all can't be perfect. That's the one thing wrong with me, right, guys?
Oh my goodness.
Wow,
Next
real
game.
quiet there.
Come on.
I'm on Tampa. Forget Carolina. They are DEA dead. They are so dead. They suck. Bucks have a lot to play for. 4.5. I love this number. I think they win by a touchdown. Easy. Book it. More NFC South action, fellas. You ready? Atlanta traveling to the Big Easy to play those New Orleans Saints. Aaron, who are you picking here?
Oh man. If Arthur Smith pulls some quick, shiesty shits and plays all of his starters really, really well,
I swear,
I'm going to be upset. But I think the Saints kind of showed last week that they are still fighting for a playoff spot, really giving it to Tampa Bay last week. So I'm going to take the Saints here. Screw the Atlanta Falcons. I hope Arthur Smith gets fired. He's bad for fantasy, bad for football. Go Saints.
Wow. Okay. Holden, can
We're
I
dead.
already just assume now that you are going to pick the Saints here because you're partially biased?
I am, but the problem with it is, like, I thought that if the Saints win, even if the Bucks win, the Saints would hold the tiebreaker. They both finish 9-8, or whatever. What is the record right now? What are y'all know?
I think they are like 9-7 right now, both of them.
9-7.
No. New Orleans
No?
and Tampa are at 8-8 right now.
They're both at
And-
8-8. That's right. So
Yeah,
I thought,
and
I
Atlanta's
thought
at
if they
7-9.
both finished, I thought if they both finished,
So Atlanta couldn't even get in.
No, they
I think
can,
Atlanta-
but they would
they-
need Carolina to win and them to win as well. Atlanta to win.
yeah,
They would get in at
so
8
they
and
could-
9.
They would get in at 8. That's correct.
Mhm.
I thought for some reason that if Bucks and Saints won, they'd hold the tiebreaker both at 9-8 because they just won this past week. But I guess that's not the case. I think the
No, it is.
Saints. Is it?
if the Saints win and the Bucks win, I got the NFL playoff machine on my laptop right now. Fun app, love it. Yeah, if Saints win and Bucks win, they are both in. Saints would overtake the Green Bay Packers.
But
Well,
what we
actually,
still have to figure out what happens with the Green Bay Packers
Oh,
game and stuff like
this
that
is
too.
true. Yeah, Packers would
Yeah,
need to lose. Bears
yeah,
would need to win.
that's right. That's right. That's
Not
right.
totally impossible though.
Not impossible. Yeah. I do
I
think the
think there's a
Saints are going to win
chance.
this game. They have a lot to play for. I really hope
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara is not too dinged up because they need him in this matchup.
Come on.
Heineke's going to give it his all. Heineke's going to, he's going to compete. He's going to compete. He's going to fight.
Yeah, he
But
is.
Saints are going to win this game. It's going to be, it's Derek Carr came here for a reason. I thought this Saints team was going to be so much better than it has been, but
Right? Thought it was
they
gonna be
still
like
do
the
have an
second
opportunity.
coming.
I kind of thought they were just. I thought they were going to be a lot better for sure.
They were
Thought
going to
with the weaponry
baptize
that
him
they
in
have,
Mardi Gras beads and king cake and just, then daiquiris, and it would have been, he was going to light it up with Michael Thomas and Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara and, oh, shoot, that one running back they got from Detroit who hasn't done crap.
Jamal Williams.
Yeah, Jamal Williams. Shout out Jamal Williams. What a weeb. But probably kicked my butt, though.
Nah, dude, you got him.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, I'm on
Saints,
the
dude.
Saints as well. I don't like this Atlanta team. I think they're stinky. I think they should have started Taylor Heineke all year. Like, honestly, it's just really interesting how Desmond Ridder, not how he hasn't panned out. Great college athlete for sure, but we'll see what Atlanta does in the draft at that position because they'll be looking at it. But I do love the chaos scenario of somehow Atlanta getting in with a losing record, or just like two teams in the NFC South getting in. Like, who would have seen that? That'd been great. But yeah, I'm on the Saints. So I'm going to take -3. Moving it to one of our more, quite frankly, shittier games of the weekend. Uh, New York Jets in New England to pay the Pats. Potentially Billy B's last game for the Patriots. End of an era. Holden, break it down for me. No?
Billy B's going to go out with the bang, dude. He's going to go out with the bang. I'm pretty sure this Jets team.
Zach Wilson is going to go out with a bang.
Zach Wilson's done, dude. He's toasted. Think he's in concussion protocol or he's still injured.
No, dude. I thought he was playing.
I don't think so, dude. And I think it's going to help us if New England wins, just from a draft perspective. So, not necessarily saying I'm rooting for them, but it's
it'll be a tough one,
and it's gonna be one of those. Just I don't know how. I think the under set at 30.5. I don't know how anybody's gonna bet this game, but I guess you could lean under on that. Other than that, Billy B just finish his career Patriots with a dub and walk off into the sunset, bro.
I guess so, man. Part of me wonders if he's going to pull out a lot of tricks. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, Zach Wilson is out. Thank you for telling me. Oof.
Oh, you're welcome, dude.
This does make this tougher. Okay, Aaron, who you picking? Shitty pick. Shit pick. Aaron Young. Who you picking?
He's picking the Patriots, I bet. What do you think?
I think he'll pick the Pats. Technical issues.
I think so too.
Technical issues on Aaron's end. Cannot hear him. But I guess
normally that's me.
Dude, I know. What's up with that? We're switching roles. Let's say it's kind of wild seeing Aaron going into work. I was like, oh, this is how he goes into work. This is his little. I walk in the building.
His little morning routine.
My office. Yeah.
You guys
I was like, hell yeah. I was like, let's freaking go. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Bro
I can
ended
hear
up
you.
in
Talk when
office,
I talk.
bro.
Hey, Aaron, how are you? This is super great. How was your day? Talk.
Hello.
All right, sounds great. Wow, the listeners are going to love that little audio test. Who are you picking, Pats and Jets?
Pats. I think the Jets are dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to pick the Pats here. I want Bill Belichick to just like run some stupid plays. Like, here is this trick play that Brown University used in 1956. Just to flex some knowledge on them and just go out with a bang. Even though I hate both these teams respectively. To a more competitive game, or maybe not. AFC West matchup: Kansas City Chiefs, LA Chargers. Obviously, Kansas City gonna be resting some people, but LA trying out backup quarterbacks. You got LA or KC, Aaron?
I got KC for sure.
Dang, for real.
Are they resting?
Sure.
Chargers are favored -3.5. I am assuming that they are resting significant people because Chiefs have already locked up the division.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going Chiefs.
Dang, dude.
Ah, dude.
You know what?
What?
In Los Angeles?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely in Los Angeles, dude. They don't have any fans there, dude. All their fans are still in San Diego.
This is true. This is very true.
So,
Holden, help me figure out a pick
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I
Chiefs Chargers.
don't know. I guess the Chiefs, man. I don't know.
Right? It's
I
just
have no clue.
know.
These games are literally coin flip games, I feel like, regardless of the spreads, just because there's too much uncertainty at all the different positions. You don't know exactly, even if there's some players starting, you don't know if Andy Reid's going to say, okay, I'm only giving you a few reps just to kind of get the,
yeah.
and I almost feel like if I was Andy Reid, I'd almost start Patrick Mahomes and I know Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, but just, get a couple drives in because you are going to have to play a road playoff game. I feel
Yeah.
like I would kind of just like keep the routine of like, hey, this is going to be kind of like a little different vibe. So let's,
And these receivers need
or
reps.
maybe he's just trying to
As
get
many
like,
reps as they
they
can get.
definitely need reps. So
It's wild. All right, shoot.
I'll take the Chiefs. I'll
I'll make it a trips pick too. I'll be on the Chiefs too. I did not like what this LA team had last week against a Russell Wilson-less Broncos team. So no need to fall off the Chiefs wagon at this point. I guess we're this late in the game. Might as well ride it out. Finally, a competitive game here. Bears, Packers in Lambeau. Both teams showing a lot of fight right now. Holden, NFC expert, you gonna go Pack go, or are you gonna bear down?
I think I'm gonna bear down, dude. I think I'm gonna bear down.
Down?
Yeah, I know this is a huge crucial game for
The Packers.
Because I
Yes.
believe that this is something
And the
that they need in
Falcons.
order, and the Falcons. Yes. I just feel like Justin Fields showed us some signs of,
Being
hey,
the guy.
I'm the guy. I think this is another opportunity to say, hey, I'm the guy. And instead of using that first overall, you could trade, you could take Marvin Harrison Jr., or you could trade back a little bit and get a haul and still get a great player. I think he's showing that he can be the dude. I mean, they're going to pick up his fifth-year option. If he can beat, the Packers in
Has it
Lambeau,
been
I think
5
that's
years
just
already
another.
for Fields?
It's been 4 years. This is his fourth year.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Time flies,
Yeah,
dude.
this is his
Time
fourth year.
flies.
So I think we definitely saw flashes late in the season that he can be the guy. And if you just add weapons around him, he's gonna be really good. I mean, he had a great season with DJ Moore's had a great season. So, and at first they weren't utilizing him the right way, and now they're, now he's rolling. Give me the Bears here. I like these Bears team. I think if they had gotten this right earlier, Aaron's take would have been kind of almost right on track. I think this team's
Gosh,
not
dude, he
far
would have been a
away.
genius, dude. He would have
I
been
know,
a
dude.
savant.
I know. It was close, dude.
He knows ball, allegedly. We'll see about that. Aaron, are you going to bear down, or are you going to go Pack?
Oh, you better believe I'm bearing down, baby.
I know you love to bear down, especially this time of year.
I mean, look, Holden said it all, dude. Fields has really proven that he can be the starter and should be the starter. I think adding Marvin Harrison to this team next season will easily put them over the top. So, and this defense is playing really well. Shout out to the defensive coordinator in Eberflus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how fans feel about another year of Eberflus, but I don't know.
Did you just have fireworks behind you?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
How did you do that? How'd you do that? How did you do that?
For our audio listeners, we record on Zoom, so this like button just popped up over Aaron's face, and then fireworks came out from behind him. He did it again. How did he do that? What is this?
Dude, wait, how do I do that? Can I do that?
I can't do that.
How the heck did you do that?
Dude, I have no idea. But bear down. Bear down.
I'm sorry. I just like you were saying some really good stuff, and then I was like,
Wow.
what is going on? I was like, am I tripping, dude?
Dude, you
Kate,
are
it's too
Um,
early, dude.
oh my gosh, dude, my microdose wasn't a microdose at all.
like,
Shit.
all right.
I'm gonna deviate from the pack here. But I'm gonna go on the pack. Go pack, go. I like both these teams. They're playing well, but the Packers demolished the Vikings. I think they really are playing for something. I think we're gonna learn about who Justin Love is in Lambeau.
Just
Yeah, dude, Justin Love, dude. Don't you laugh at me? You acted like you. Come on, dude. Justin Love. He won your fantasy football championship, Aaron.
Jordan? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Jordan, Justin Love,
I know Jordan
JJ
Love.
Love.
JJ Love. That's good.
Come on, bro.
I didn't know it's legal like that, dude.
It is now. It is just now. He didn't tell you guys.
No?
Partially bias exclusive.
Good Lord.
We know ball.
We do.
All right, and I'm taking Justin Love in the Packers -3. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Back to the AFC West here. Denver Broncos, Las Vegas Raiders, Las Vegas -3. Aaron, what is going on here?
Denver, because if the Pittsburgh Steelers do lose, we need Las Vegas to lose. So
Interesting.
we are riding with Jared Stidham.
We are riding with the Stid Master. Okay, word. Holden, where are you going here?
no clue. I guess the Raiders.
You.
Damn. Yeah.
I have no clue, dude. I have no freaking clue.
I'll make it.
I think I will say this. I think
Yeah.
I heard Devontae Adams say he really liked Antonio Pierce. This is just another division win that he can add to his resume
Oh yeah.
and make a case to be the head coach next year, which I think the team wants. Even though I think Devontae Adams may not be there next year, they end up pairing up with his boy A-Rod. But
Ooh, shout, sure.
but they still this is still, for some people, even though we might look at this as meaningless games, there are people coaching for their job. There are people that
Absolutely.
are coaching or playing for jobs. So, I think the Raiders have a little bit more to play for given their circumstances.
That's fair.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I mean, coaching on the line, and I mean, the narrative has shifted on their season of like, oh, they're giving up their dead the rights, and like they really did make a fight for a playoff spot, and it didn't go their way.
Definitely.
But it is kind of making you wonder, culture building wise,
Mhm.
can you throw some pieces in there? It's not quite the dumpster fire as some other teams in the league. That being said, yeah, I'll ride the Raiders as well. I like Max Crosby. They all play with a chip on their shoulder. They play some good ball. I don't like this Denver team. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand fully on moving on from Russell Wilson. You sold the farm for him. In what, 3 years? You're like, it's done. We're gonna let Sean Payton take the reins, and it's his team, and just let him do whatever he wants.
Well, I think they thought that he was going to play at an MVP kind of caliber, and when he didn't, they were just like, "All right, we need you to drop your injury incentives, because if he didn't play or something happened, they'll owe him like $34 million that year on what they already owe him per year." So I get it from a business standpoint, but also from a business standpoint, why did you pay him that much money?
I mean, statistically, it was his best season, like with the Broncos, and into year one with Sean Payton. You would think next year get a few more wrinkles, we're a little more like into the system. So, and it's just, I'm sorry, it's the Broncos. We're talking about a team that hasn't had a comparable quarterback since Peyton Manning, and even in that last year, it was mostly the defense carrying them. So I'm just like, where's your bar? Like John Elway smoking that weird pack, dude. That's freaking weird. Um, Moving on to a game I can't wrap my head around here, and I need Holden to help me break it down. Philadelphia playing Tommy T's New York Football Giants. Philly favored -5. We've talked a lot about Philly, them falling off the tracks. This Giants team has some fight to them. Holden, do the Giants have a chance to play spoiler?
They do, for sure. This game was close just, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think this is still, Eagles still are technically fighting for the division. So, they're going to try to win this game. It's going to be played at the same time as the Cowboys-Washington game. So they're going to be playing at the same time, and the Eagles are going to put it all on the line, try and win, and then hope that their rival down south somehow pulls off a giant upset for them to ultimately win the division.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles sort of a get-right spot before the playoffs, and they're going to, when they were looking at the number 1 seed early this year, obviously that's fallen way off, but they're going to need to get some things sorted out, and I think this is a good opportunity to do it, even though I think this team – actually, to be honest with you, I think this could end up being like a kind of blowout game. Like, I think the last game was close. They kept it kind of tight. I think this one could end up being Eagles are going to blow this team out the water, look for like a A.J. Brown to go off type game. I think Devontae Smith is a little banged up, and that is kind of concerning.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of little injuries right now, but I mean, this is make or break. I think for Sirianni. If Sirianni loses this game, you're talking even no matter what happens in the playoffs, they're going to be looked at because they've set such a high bar, making a Super Bowl so fast. It's like that's what Philly fans and the team is expecting every year almost. And for them to kind of have this fall off, they need a get right game, and this is probably your best shot at it. So I think they're going to have a really good game this week, unfortunately.
Okay, all right, makes sense. So I should take -5.
I mean, yeah, if I was a betting man, I'd probably take -5.
Word. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Aaron, where do you stand on this divisive game, dude?
Oh man, I mean,
Married to a Giants fan.
yeah, and the safety Julian Love played Jalen Hurts really well, and I think one of the quotes that he said on Good Morning Football was, "Anyone could coach this team, this Eagles team, because of the talent they have, and just where they were at that point in time at the beginning of the season." But I think the things that we have called them out on, and the things that the national media has called them out on, I think they are still going to win. But I would not be surprised if the Giants fought and clawed to get this dub. I think to play spoiler for the Eagles is something that the Giants want. So I'm still going to go Philadelphia because I think they have the better team, and I think A.J. Brown is going to be a force. But I would not be surprised if the Giants covered.
Damn. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. I think it's got to be Philly. I mean, heartbreaker out in the desert in Arizona. I mean, you're really just scrambling to get your narrative right, like going into the most crucial part of the year after making a Super Bowl. So I think it's make or break, and I just got to ride them on this. I think they got to come out pissed off, looking to smash someone in the mouth, run it down their throat, do whatever it takes to win this game and win it handedly against your little brother in the division. So I'm going to go Birds. I'm going to take -5, add it to my cord. Speaking of birds, we're going to keep talking birds when we talk about the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Let's go back to back on Holden here. Holden, who you picking, dude? You riding Kyler Murray at home?
Yeah, I am. I like this. I like how I think this also is going to help too. This could be a situation where like it could almost be like if the Cardinals and the Patriots win, we could still technically win and still hold the second overall pick. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations. So I kind of would like that. So not only am I rooting for the Cardinals, I like this Cardinals team with Kyler Murray. I think all year we've been saying this team would win a lot more games if Kyler Murray was the starter from week 1. And I don't know. I don't even remember what Seattle did last week. I think they've kind of fallen off a little bit. At one point, I think at one point they were ahead of San Francisco in the division, and then they've just, they've played some competitive games, won some big ones, but
just
Kyler Murray
as of late,
they're just falling off. Yeah, I think Kyler Murray's just showing he's QB1 in Arizona. There's no controversy, and they're going to have their cream of the crop at a top pick too. They might go get a tackle. Could be in play for Marvin Harrison. Cardinals.
Word. Aaron, what do you fall on this? And please remind Holden that what the Seattle Seahawks did was get demolished by the Naj train.
That's right. There you go.
Oh, dude, Najee and Jalen Warren put the hurtins on.
There you go. That's right. Now I remember. Yeah.
Smash dick, full bush, baby.
Yeah. Yes. Fully expect James Conner to do the same exact thing. I fully expect
game.
DeMarco, whatever his name is, the thing there. And Kyler, dude, again, we've been talking about this. Kyler has been consistent through these games. No matter if they were wins or losses, they still scored points. And
Mhm.
that's the definition of this Arizona team. They are playing people scrappy, and you can't count them out, even in the final week of the season. Um, and, with Seattle kind of clinging to hope here, like hanging on a thread,
Mhm.
I think Arizona is going to show them the door. I think Arizona is going to play spoiler. I think they're going to drop about as many points on them as they did the Eagles. So give
Hey,
me.
these Arizona boys have fire in their gut. All right.
They
They
took the
took the
bus
bus.
to work.
Yeah, they did.
Dude, they're on it. Shoot, dude. Frickin', I'm trip pick. I'm on the Cardinals too. Give me that. Add plus 2.5 to my card for
I
the
like the plus.
Cardinals. Yeah, I mean, why not? I don't like this Seattle team. I don't like them anymore. I never did. I won't now. So
Yeah,
deal
Gino's
with
right.
it.
That's for sure.
Still got a little soft spot for Gino, but I'm like, golly, they were just all the talk of the town last year. It's like Pete Carroll's a genius, and now it's like, okay, we're kind of back down to earth where it's like they need a lot to make the playoffs. Granted, competitive division, so what are you going to do? But yeah, no, let's put that to bed. Wow, speaking of this division, LA Rams, San Francisco 49ers. Niners favored -4 here, even though we're getting a Sam Darnold start, and also holding your boy Wentz. He's back, baby.
Saw that.
When,
Saw that.
Yeah, Wentz is starting, dude. They're not doing
Wentz
Stetson
is.
Bennett. They're doing Wentz.
well, no,
Yep.
Ben, is out of the league. Like he had some substance issues. Like
Stetson Bennett, he got cut?
I think he's on administrative leave, but
No, Stetson Bennett.
yeah, he had something with
The
alcoholism and
hell?
I need to step away from football for a bit. Um,
No.
I also forgot that the Pittsburgh Steelers did help the Rams clinch their playoff there. So
They did.
okay.
They did.
Um, I'm gonna. Sorry, Holden. Did you want to pick?
Nah,
I,
you go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna go 49ers. I think while the Rams have been playing well, both teams are resting their starters, so you could probably flip a coin, honestly. But
Yep.
I think the 49ers have a better offensive scheme, even
Yeah.
though these both two really great teams. But yeah, bang bang Niner gang, let's go.
Sheesh. Okay, Olden, where you stand?
Gotta go with my boy Wentz, dude. Gotta go with my boy Wentz. I think this is an opportunity for him to kind of show that he still got a little something. Where's this game being played?
It is
LA?
being played in San Francisco.
I don't know. I don't even know if that really matters that much. Yeah, I don't know. Rams are either going to be the 6th seed or the 7th seed. It doesn't really matter. They're going to have to play a playoff game on the road. Shoot, dude. Yeah, I'll take the Rams. Don't know why. Just rooting for Wentz, I guess.
I think it'd be cool to see Wentz go out there and kind of light it up a little.
I think so too. I think it'd be pretty neat.
Because it's just like I wasn't have a soft spot for him. Like it was nice when he came into the league, and also that run with Philly, and just like him not being the one that hosted Lombardi, all that stuff. Like that's tough, and just like
Hey,
bouncing
they never would have
around.
got it without him. They never would have got it without him.
This
Never.
is true, but you want to be the guy. You don't want to be the guy that
You
gets
do,
in there.
you
wanna
do,
be
but
the
you
guy that
gotta,
wins
you
the
got
big
it.
game.
It takes. It's a whole season. That's what's so beautiful about it. It's there's so many pieces. One play from a fullback could have been the defining moment in a team's season, and it's just like you don't think about it. But if that team's not 11-2 and in first place with him leading that charge, they're
True.
not. The road doesn't go through Philly. I mean, yeah, they came in, and I mean, it all was because Wentz had the season that he had, and yeah, it sucks that he went down. So, but it's just as much as his ring as anybody else's. I know people don't look at it that way because he didn't win the game, but it takes every single person on that staff, bro.
Team sport. Even the janitors, dude.
Yeah.
That's right.
Clean that locker room, baby. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how he goes in the McVay system. I'll be interested to see how that works. But that being said, I'm gonna go with the Niners. I've been kind of hype on Sam Darnold in this Niners organization for a minute now. If he can just limit turnovers, I mean, maybe he'll just turn it up a little. So I like this battle of not wash-ups or has-beens, but dudes who probably can still bounce around the league a little and just see what they can do. So I'm excited for that. Not betting this game though. Staying away.
No, it's probably a good stay away game.
Yeah. Well, Holden, we got 2 games left.
Here we go.
We haven't talked about 2 teams.
Yeah,
One of them mine,
yeah,
one of them yours.
yeah.
So
What? Get out there, Sean.
who you picking?
Yeah. This is interesting too because it's very similar. Actually, this is legitimately a same situation of
last
last
year.
year where it's final game of the year. Cowboys need a win. Sam Howell gets his first start and gets a nice upset. And
Yeah.
the league didn't really know what Sam Howell was, his first start. He didn't light up the scoreboard or anything, but he did what he needed to do, and they found a way to win. I think this is an opportunity for Sam, who I will say too, first Washington quarterback to start every single game since 2016 Kirk Cousins or 2017
Wow.
Kirk Cousins, which
That is a stat.
I kind of thought that was kind of neat. I know that there were some different quarterbacks that came in, Jacoby Brissett, but it's nice when you have that continuity at quarterback, regardless of how bad the season has been. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, Sam Howell's been our guy every week. We haven't had to worry about, the carousel every single week, even though we technically did because Jacoby Brissett got the start, then he got a hamstring injury, and then Sam Howell. Anyways, Cowboys are probably going to – I want to pick Washington so bad here. I would love to cap the
Do it, you
season off
won't.
with – all right, give me Washington.
Boom.
Too easy. Free real estate.
Yep, give me Washington.
Dude, that would be lit. That was a lit game that you gifted me tickets to last year. That was a lit game. It was sick.
Surprisingly,
I
this
love
game
sad
is our
Cowboys
busiest
fans.
game of the season, and it's like means so little for us. And I know people just want to see, Washington Dallas. It's like a big rivalry and all that stuff. But again, dude, I think this is Sam Howell's not say last opportunity, but really to put on to kind of get guys saying, hey, like let's cap this year off on a high. We'll bring in the new regime. He still can compete with whoever they bring in next year as
Yeah.
far as quarterbacks go. If they draft somebody, he's still gonna. I feel like he's a very like high end backup at this point. Unless I'd love to see what he could do with like more of an offensive line, but
Yeah.
he showed you early he could come in and sling a rock for sure. I think problem is definitely he turns the ball over way too much. He's got 20 interceptions this year. Sucks, man. It really sucks. And he started off on such a high,
Yeah.
but I think he could throw for 4,000 yards. That'd be a nice little milestone. Would love for Terry to get 54 yards, to have 4 consecutive seasons of 1,000 yards. That would be a nice little cherry on top to a horrible season.
Yeah.
Other than that, Cowboys probably roll, but I will take Washington in what would be the biggest upset of the week because
Maybe of the year. Just kidding.
give me Washington. And I hope the
Holden.
Patriots and the Cardinals win so we can
Yeah.
keep the number 2 overall.
Yeah. Is there any % chance that Ron does not get fired? Because I read an article that said they
He
are going to
100%
evaluate at the end of the year.
100% is gone. 100% is gone.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I don't know if it's going to be a mutually part ways type deal. I don't know if it's going to be Sunday night after the game or Monday morning first thing. I don't know. He's gone. He's gone. And rightfully so. It's been 4 years, dude. I'm sorry. Love the dude as a person, but you don't got it, my man. You don't got it. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, it is just you look at some of these teams like the Lions and what Dan Campbell's done in a couple years. And it's been 4 years, and we haven't gotten over that hump. So we need change. I think 4 years is plenty of time to try and get a team back to some winning ways. And we have not had a winning season with Ron Rivera. We just haven't. So you won a division when the division was just kind of handed to you.
Game.
You had a playoff game, but we didn't win the playoff game, and you still had so much inconsistency at quarterback. So it's okay. I've accepted it. New coach, new GM, revamped front office. But let's do it one more time for Sam Howell. One more time. Come on.
Old Sandy boy.
One more time.
Aaron, you going to break Holden's heart or am I?
Well, I just want to ask Holden, who do you want as the head coach? Because you've already told
Great question.
you don't like
care.
it.
Just
He's
not
like,
I don't
Ron.
like it.
Anyone but Ron.
I'll tell you this. I want somebody young. That's it. I just want somebody young. I want somebody with a chip on their shoulder that they have to prove that they're a head coach. I don't want somebody who already has a track record like Jim Harbaugh or even a Bill Belichick. I don't want any of that have the record, that already have the resume, if you will. I want somebody who has to come in there, sit down with Josh Harris and say, like, let me prove to you I'm going to be your guy, and has a chip. And he's fighting just as much as the players are to prove he can coach in this league. And just somebody young and innovative with this league being such a score points, score. It's like you have to score in this league to win games, I feel like, if you want to hang with the big dogs. And we just can't do that. We put up points, and you still need, obviously, some defense in this league. Don't get me wrong, but we just struggle with scoring points so much. When we're putting up 10 points or whatever, 13 points, it's just, you're not winning games that way. So I want somebody young, innovative. Don't really care who it is. I'm fully trusting this new ownership because that's all I can do. And it's an interesting time to be a Washington fan. It's a very interesting time.
Isn't it always?
Because
it's a growth period for sure. I mean, I wouldn't call it a rebuild because you guys, well, I mean, I guess you guys have been rebuilding for a little while, but I think this is kind of a growth going on from Dan Snyder, finally getting the new regime, and you have more expectations and hope with this new regime that, like, even losing a head coach to you right now isn't even a big deal. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, this head coach needs to go, but 100%. Like, it's a different feeling going to this offseason than previous off seasons, because even though you're still optimistic as a fan, no matter what, there's different optimism with a new ownership group, because you're like, wow, we don't know what this ownership group could really do, things that actually move us forward. When you were kind of like blinded by what Dan Snyder and who he really was and how he operated and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is totally different. This guy runs sports organizations. He's going to go hire the right people, you would hope. And if it's not going to work, he's going to make changes. He's going to do the right things, you would hope. That's all I can really hope, is that he makes the right decisions. He's got so many guys in that organization that I feel like bringing on Magic, who's just knows what it's like to win and championships. And I'm going on rants right now. So it's just,
I'm into it. I love it.
Yeah.
I just hope that we can go into this offseason and just really rebuild this roster and just compete. NFL is wild, man. We could start competing right away if a couple guys get put in the place and we hit on a few draft picks. Like, you could compete right away in this league. It can happen. We've seen it many years where it's like a team's garbage one year and the next year they're winning the division or fighting for playoffs, just like the Bengals a few years back. Like, this stuff can happen.
Houston, Indiana, like,
that's right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, like Houston. Nobody thought Houston was going to compete this year, like, look what they're doing. So that's what gives me a little bit of hope going into this next year.
Okay.
Well, I think I got your head coach figured out, Holden.
Yeah, what you got?
I know a guy who hits all your boxes. All right.
Tell me.
Chip on his shoulder, not a ton of experience, like very new to the game, is young, so young that his last name is Young. Aaron's your new head coach, dude. The head coach of the Washington Commanders, Aaron Young. Come on, think about it.
Dude, get ready to be rock fucking bottom.
Dude,
Aaron, it won't be
that
like
would
Madden.
that would be oh god.
No, we're keeping Sam. We're going T. Higgins, bro. We're getting T. Higgins. And then defense, who needs it? We're just gonna throw the rock all over the field. We're gonna trade for Jettas, all right? We're gonna get some LSU.
Jeez, dude. That'd
Like
be wild.
Defense. Get rid of Deron Payne. Get rid of
cap space. Jonathan Allen. Yeah.
Which we might get rid of Jonathan. There's talk about Jonathan Allen potentially being traded.
He's paid his dues.
He's been in the league for he's a 7-year vet. I mean, he's been there, done that. He probably wants to go somewhere where he can, like, compete right now, which ultimately I can respect. When you've been sitting around this league, coming from Bama, you want to win. It's been a long time. I could kind of understand it. So
yeah, but I'm gonna have to break your heart here a little bit. I think
it doesn't break my heart. It doesn't break my heart. It's okay.
Cowboys have more to play for. They're trying to lock up the division. So the non-repeating division leader happens again. Yeah. That's really about it. I mean, they're not resting any players, so I mean, it's either you guys are going to have your absolute best game of the season, or they're going to trample you again.
Yeah, I think that's how it's going to go. I think it's going to be like they're either going to trample us or we sneak one out. Like
Right.
it's going to be some weird. Yeah, it's just going to be like I don't see us blowing them out like we did last year,
No.
but I definitely could see this being like a late field goal, weird turnover type game. Yeah, to your point.
Yeah, so Dallas is going to take this one.
Sorry, Holden. I'm Dallas here, and I'm taking the spread. It's an outrageous spread. I hope I'm wrong, but if it's just easy money, I'm gonna take it.
Oh, God. That's wild.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I love you.
I love you too, Howard.
Maybe lightning strikes twice. Don't
Dude,
hang up. Don't hang up. Don't hang up.
Honestly, no, I'm not gonna hang up. I'm not gonna hang up. I'm good with this. Like I've come to terms. I've look. I think Washington has a 7. I haven't seen this team win in like 2 months. It's been tough. It's been really hard. It's been 7 straight weeks of just loss after loss after loss. And what was the start of a 2-0 season, and you're like at 2-0, you're like, oh my God, dude, this is going to be a different year, right? When you start off 2-0, you start off a little hot, just a little bit. You start getting that spark, and then it just downhill so fast. It's crazy how a season can just flip so fast. And I'm just sitting here like, it's crazy that I'm already like looking at draft stuff. It sucks. I hate it.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it'd be nice to just end the year with, as long as we can maintain that second overall pick, I'd be okay with us winning. But to be honest with you too, like if we lost this game, I'm not going to like be super pissed because, then you're locked at number 2.
Yeah.
And, new GM's going to have his cream of the crop of what he wants to do with it. So.
True.
All right.
Sucks.
It does. But there's hope on the horizon. Fellas, last game of the regular season.
Good, because you're going.
Hopefully, both of our teams make it there. We'll see. But if not, I hope it's the Bills. Buffalo, Miami, traveling to South Beach. Miami's a little banged up. I don't know if you saw. Yeah, what was up with Bradley Chubb getting injured? Why was he in that game at that point? Down 30 in the 4th, and just, not for the squeamish or like the people with a weak stomach, because that man was screaming. That was a grown man screaming from tearing his ACL, and that just sucks for him. But that being said, it's Bills here, Buffalo. It hasn't been the prettiest season. It just hasn't. Who thought we would be here in this position? We thought the division was done. Now we got a chance to wrap it up, play a home game in Buffalo in the winter with Bills Mafia being loud and proud. So let's just get it done. Josh, take care of the football, pound the rock with Jimmy James Cook, and just play great McDermott defense. Let's just get the Tua. Hopefully Waddle's still injured. I feel bad for Tyreek with his house getting burned down. I don't know if you saw that. I'm kind of wondering where his mind is at this week. That really sucks for him. Not a great person, but that sucks for him and his family. Hopefully that was just purely accident or whatever. But yeah, dude, it's got to be Bills by $1 billion here. We need this. I wouldn't be upset with a wild card, but to somehow win the division 4 years in a row, especially this season when we dropped winnable games against the Jets, the Broncos, the Eagles. I'm missing others. It's just, this would be great to kind of have a nice emphasis and shut the haters, shut them up, Just play our game. So I'm taking the Bills. I'm taking the -3. I might alt spread. Who knows? But God, I love these Bills, dude. Holden?
I don't know, dude. I'm kind of weirdly tempted to take Miami banged up because I feel like it's just such a no one's going to give Miami a chance kind of a thing, and they find a way. I'm half tempted because I have been watching Hard Knocks, and there is like a real thing with Hard Knocks swaying you because it's a big deal. When you hear Mike McDaniel talking, it's like, you're like, dang, dude, I like this guy. And, backs against the wall. They know both teams know what they're playing for. We'll say I would love a Josh Allen. I believe Josh Allen can set the single season rushing record this week with a rushing touchdown. That would be pretty neat. I feel like I'd take that. I feel like I'd take it anytime Josh Allen touchdown. I had 2 last week. I think I'd take 1 this week.
Didn't Jalen Hurts already get that?
For the Bills. It's for the Bills. Like the Bills single season rushing record.
Pretty sick.
But I don't know. I feel like we're waiting on a Stephon Diggs breakout game. This could be it. Miami's so banged up. You've said it. I think I'm gonna ride. I think I'm gonna ride Buffalo this week.
Let's
I think I'm gonna ride Buffalo.
go.
I think I'm gonna ride Buffalo this week.
Bills Mafia, baby. Hold Aaron. Aaron. Hold
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Aaron.
I'm going with Buffalo just because there's no Xavier Howard, there's no Bradley Chubb. They're a pretty banged up squad, and it's kind of sucky to see like such a good team just end up being hampered. Obviously not for you, Sean. You probably enjoy it, but that being said, the Buffalo Bills will win, and I'm gonna pick them for my picks. But if the Steelers lose, I might need you to. Or Steelers win, I might need you to drop one, dude. I'm sorry.
Dude, all right, whatever, man. I'm looking at the playoff machine right now. All right. Y'all just gotta win.
Well, we got to win, and the Jacksonville Jaguars have to lose.
Oh,
Like
sure,
one of you.
you're right. Dude, the Jag will lose, maybe. Probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
That's tough. That's a tough one. Okay. All right, cool. Go Bills. All right. Best
Yeah.
bets. Holden, you got a best bet?
I do. So I believe this line is going to be pretty much set around the same every week. It's probably going to be like 58 to 59.5.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin needs 54 yards to hit 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons.
Mhm.
First Washington player to ever accomplish such a feat.
No
Sam
way.
Howell just said in a press conference, they were talking, somebody asked him, what does it mean to get Terry McLaurin that record? And Sam Howell was just like, we love it. Like, we need to do it for him. This is a playoff. This is an incentive week for a lot of players. So really, like, once you pull up that list and see who needs what, this would be a great, this is a great week to do it. I think Terry McLaurin, I think they're going to feed him. He's going to get 11, 12 targets. They're probably going to be playing from behind. Yeah. I think he gets 60 yards. I think he gets 60 yards, maybe even throwing a tutter in there.
Yeah.
I've got a season-long bet on it to hit the over 1,000. Would be great for him. Nice little end cap. That's going to be my best bet. It's going to be something I'm rooting for while I watch this sad game. And I'm trying to think. I like a Josh Allen anytime touchdown. I like it.
Love it.
I like it.
Love it. Hell yeah. Earn?
I got a couple, I guess. Jalen Hurts anytime. It's been pretty automatic. And then Cowboys minus 13. I'd probably take that there.
You don't do it. This is you got Holden to hang up last week. No.
Do this, dude.
No.
Oh, damn it.
Damn it, bro. We don't learn from our mistakes.
I mean, look, dude, it's just a really good bet. It just is. It's minus 13. You can't go wrong.
13. It's just a huge number for a pro game. Like, it's a huge number. Like, will it hit? Maybe.
I mean,
it's still a huge number. 13's a huge number.
You still talking about this?
No, we're done. We're past it. Aaron, do you have any more best bets, or that's it?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, good. Let's keep it that way. Golly, it's gonna be such a pain in the ass. Yeah, biased pick, Bills minus 3. Unbiased pick, Detroit minus 3.5. They're pissed off. Dan Campbell's pissed off. That team's pissed off. Like, they want to win. I think there's some seeding stuff on the line. So, and I would take that. That being said, for my money line parlay, let me get you teed up here. All right, we're gonna go. I don't know if I can go Bills money line here. And it's tough to go money lines with people resting. We're just gonna try to ball it up real quick skis. Could not do this ahead of time. I'm really sorry, fellers.
All right. Anyway, follow and subscribe to all of our channels.
Like and subscribe.
We're on Instagram. I'm gonna send out a post today about last week's results.
Crushed it. We crushed last week. Shout out us.
Dude, double digits across the board. It was pretty
The
good.
boys 8 last week. The fellas 8.
The fellas.
The percentages skyrocketed. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird one. Not a weird one, but moneyline parlay, 4-teamer, Dallas, Eagles, Detroit, Buffalo. So I get you plus 303. Bills, please win. Please win. Please win. For the love of God. All right, fellas. Well, we did the picks. We did the best bets.
Yeah.
That's regular season. Shout out to the fans for making it through another season. I hope it was a good one. Hope you won all your bets. And, if your team didn't get it done, the beautiful thing about football is there's always next year. It's this consistent cycle, and the hope builds every year, and you hype yourself up, and you hope it all works out. So,
Yeah.
it'll finally come through. Well, fellas, this was thanks for making time this lovely Thursday morning. Stay warm out there. I'm going to finally get a cup of coffee.
There you go.
Yeah, this is partially biased. Go Bills.
Go Steelers.
I hate my life.